This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer. Martha. It's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Akashic. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight?
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
Do you think there are as many as Martha says?
More.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Clive, wounded.
We deal with the Akashic first.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place.
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
How do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they've got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
my...
Mad dogs.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
So Wade.
Lord Rossfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty. It's over!
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Mad dogs.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer. headed for the rest.
Have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Farewell. Something's coming.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round to wait. Shall we? Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Oscar, over here.
It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch. I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
Well, go on then. It's not for me to ask him.
Yes, so wait. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I'm a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other Guardians are... I mean to say that, they're...
It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way. I will not let you down, Lord Rossfield.
We shall be staying here for the time being, and not just for the air.
Cid! Your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Cid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalimil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalimil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves, and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
Picture it, Conrad. Here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canver to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, Are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, milady.
Then let us band together and show these brutes that
My shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something. Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalamil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalamil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
No women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
These are yours.
They mean to overwhelm us.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalimil.
We all saved Dalimil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment. First we find Isabel.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts on the far side of the...
I saw it with my own eyes.
I can't do it.
My lord. Milady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
We could leave.
Madame, please!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives! Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort. But I thought you might still need some support.
How like you to consider my needs.
What we need to consider is where the creatures came from.
The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors. You're a pikeman, yes?
I've got family in Moor. And a pack of them...
Leave that.
But my family...
It's all right.
Did you see the
creature? They came out of nowhere.
Do you remember where?
On the road from Orif.
It's all right. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
I assume you have a plan?
It was all they could do to escape.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Clive, look!
I see them. With me!
Should I pry?
Save your strength.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Clive. Go on, then. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into time?
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the color of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Tyre says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
Thought Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive!
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed its outcome.
Clive. What is it that you wish to learn? Study it well, Clive.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Sid,
I can certainly...
it's not who. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about my first thought, which almost
Perhaps.
I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie. They were in the atrium when I last saw...
What do you reckon we should do?
Sid!
Hard at your studies, I see. It's not a set of...
No.
Well...
And just how long hasn't...
Yes.
But we didn't break.
Just like Miss
Mididol?
Because that's the only way.
Miss Mididol said...
Well then, your work is already...
The taking apart was easy.
Speak for yourself.
You three need to learn. So let's have a look at these parts. All right. Every piece has its own... If even one of them is... You already know one of the pieces. The body. This is called the arm.
You're right.
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid?
I'll think about it.
Hold things.
Good thinking. These round parts are...
I do. But these aren't for frying... But what if I wanted to weigh goop?
What are the chains for?
Well spotted. This tiny piece...
I have. Miss Minute.
She puts them in all her invent.
That's right. They're very useful when...
I remember the arm move.
Not my fault.
You know what part's supposed to move, so let's put the...
Not a bad idea. So...
I think we've...
Then here's what...
Well, obviously you need to stop...
And the arms go on the body, and then the...
Very good.
Yes!
Well...
Oh, I just put the pieces together.
That's right.
Her hairs.
Yeah. Hairs for the...
What do you think?
With a little more help from Miss Mididol and Miss Shut.
You hear that?
Until then, though...
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you? Didn't happen to forget anything, did you, Sid?
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Well?
It was as you thought. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no.
Thankfully she won, although I was the one who ended up teaching them.
I'm so sorry. I shall see that the...
Please, there's no need. She'd have them follow in her footsteps.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has...
She told me it was because of...
No, it isn't. To anyone else it would be an opportunity. But to Mid, who lost both her parents to... But that should come as no surprise.
Which explain. She's working to give them a better life.
Ah, you've given them...
Seems the hideaway's lost its
blasted
appetite.
book. Here.
Are you sure it's me you're looking?
I'm all the cook will be need. You remember Ivan's stew? So I thought I'd try making one of these.
It wasn't a straight...
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen.
I've never... So?
A fried mortress recipe seemed easy enough, only...
Ivan said the recipe's in the culinary pilgrimage date back.
Ah, kindly old fella.
Fine, and if...
You do...
Lawsman Harpocrates.
Ah, the young man did a wonderful...
That's actually why I'm here.
Ah, so the fabled... Now, Skyward...
Dragon livers.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a... I believe the specific dragon the recipe...
So we know where to look for...
Saint's Bonnet in Contempt. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow... I may add...
Meaning?
Best of luck and...
There were ghosts at the gates, not daisies.
To the meadows, then.
That's what I can.
Have care.
Harpocrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot. Ready our wyvern. All right. Let's get this over with. It's over. That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent. I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
Will we ever see the sun again? It seems the hideaway's lost its...
So,
I did.
and what precisely...
Blueback wyvern liver.
Ah, wyvern livers was... Now then, let's hope these grand old chefs have... And here we have it. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for
And rightly so.
So...
What? The crackle of the crust. Give... It is a tour de force.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell, Will.
Decent. Sid, might I suggest...
I'll give it some thought.
What am I gonna do? But no.
Is everything... You seem more...
I think...
It's all right.
Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits, but she'd never do business with... I wanted to ask her about it myself. She'd...
Don't worry.
You...
Of course. Lady Karen?
Not me.
You're...
What exactly? Not one seemed...
just...
Oh.
All I know...
And what? Look. But that...
You're right, Lady. It was wrong of me to...
No.
Of course. I spoke that the rumors were unfounded, along with some other... While it sounds...
Oh, I knew... But why would...
No, but people do...
Well, that trader, so that's where I'm...
Are you sure?
Oh, but...
The bandits may be known, but look what they've left us.
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
The gentlemen of the town guard.
Could be I know something more.
Clive! I found someone who said...
Have you?
Go on.
All right. It's like I said. Says the more swords and spears, and the more war. And who will... Why, the good...
And you've seen...
Aye, you'll find her right...
Here in Delamere. Where exactly?
She has a stall here in... But it'd be a feeling. Now, if that's...
Sorry to...
You don't think...
Not unless she's just...
Eh?
Lady Karen.
Good question.
And I'll visit this.
All right.
You too, Goots.
The finest shell swords in store. Fuck.
What a mess. You fought very bravely.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it?
It was a... So...
That's up, Dias, boys.
Leave now, or we could pretend this didn't happen. Go on.
When the Borgwyn he only wanted that bull of a man. You weren't even supposed...
What were you going...
The Borgwyn wanted him. I was... Then you... Well...
You're not worthy yet. I need to find goods.
Get your filthy paws off me, you...
Stop and stop spread...
For they are not lies. Every...
Goose.
He's gonna... He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only that loath. Goots, was it? Only with your... Run along now.
No.
No?
I don't care what she promised me, or I'll...
Goots, no.
Enough!
But how did you...
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, but the whole thing got me thinking. Who in Dalamil might be? Though it was just... I thought the years might have taught you. What was it we called you?
You.
Everything, it was all... And now you'll find it...
Goose, you...
If you wanna... You'll have to go...
You great... Out of the... So, wet legs. You remember an eye for an... Wise words, and now... Sorry to keep you...
Is he...
Dad, it's an easy going through. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you did. Lost it to old Wet Leg. Said I'd stolen from his strong box, so I took some of my own. But he crossed the line. He didn't hurt you.
No, Nan, but...
What if he does? Best we take the other eye. But something tells me... Right. Let's get...
Remind me never to cross you.
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul the gut.
I'm sorry, Nan. I didn't mean to make things worse. I just thought I had to protect you. Like you've protected me.
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for your well-being. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you on. You've always been me right eye, Goots. And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble again.
Well,
why, you bit fine.
Thanks.
There's nothing...
That's his man. He'll need to start looking out for himself. Till then...
Of course.
Stop. I don't go thinking...
Did you see the pair that got hauled into town? Rutherford, where would he be?
My lord, Marquis, It is. I am...
Of course.
Yes, ma'am.
And what was so...
1,000 upon.
It's all right.
I am here tasked with... and what I have learned is the subsequent dark... the gears, the realm. Your lord...
That sounds like...
It is.
Alas.
They're both able...
So you want me? I'll need to know.
One I sent...
That doesn't exact...
Thank you.
It's not going to be easy. Finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
Mummy?
The gentleman of the town guard.
Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers in your purse.
I already told you. Please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
You that one's master, then?
Or you can go back to your...
Oh, you're more... Yeah.
I'd expect as much from Hugo's...
Much has checked.
You've seen this kind of...
Many...
One of Ruther. You sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my... I arrived in Dalimil, so his men...
The captain is...
Fortunately,
What of the Fist Central Command? Surely they wouldn't allow such...
I would imagine that those who weren't recalled now rule the...
Then it's worse than... You should return to Not at all. Now, if he was bound... There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere. What happened?
If they've all...
I'm not.
Then I'm Alistair Rockford, attendant to the...
Of the seven, it's been... Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? I was on my way back from the...
Bandits.
They look... It didn't matter.
Which way did they...
South.
All right. Found a note. You heard back...
Thank you.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Make for the town while you...
You don't need to...
This looks to be...
I thought I told...
And stand by.
It's just Clyde, which is more than can be said for...
I will survive.
Strange at the garrison.
The garrison have there are a few hands left to work. The market stalls are nearly bare. When I said the ones who attacked me...
Rockford, if you are to... You first.
I shall return to... But...
Don't thank me.
I suppose I shall send a...
My uncle certainly has his work cut out. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues... I see you.
The rest, speaking of which,
I only happen. They both seem to think...
I am afraid the storm isn't, and we...
As it is mine. Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
Will we ever see the sun again?
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Here you are. Come again. I may have more for you.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Seen enough?
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it, the Echoes have a will of their own.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
I do. Where are you off to now, then?
You're injured. What happened here?
It swallowed. There's a village not... We can't let those...
I'll go. Rest well, Salt. You said the... Cameron was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go round it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Right. I got here in time.
Is someone there? Please, I can't move my leg.
That doesn't sound like an Akashic. You're with the battalion?
I am.
Taken care of.
Another survivor.
Is...
He was right to send you. Tabor is safe. You seem...
You must have...
Son of a whore. I was there! In Kosnis when you killed my brothers.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over.
What of my ill will?
Fine.
For Tyser!
You're enough.
And they should be eased.
For what?
No. Lord Kupka told us of your crime.
Man.
I am nothing. Just know.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Welcome, travelers. We don't get many visitors here in Tabor.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Are you buying or selling?
Go safely.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
Quite. How dare you!
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic! He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools! Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough. Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike. His very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominants, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, Others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Let's find our friends.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Is that blade for...
Figure it.
Well, a passing caravan carried with it a rumor most Dread Evis are
How do you want...
Eventually, yeah. Dread Evis skin. Bring me...
All right.
Of course. Leave Tabor through the east gate.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yote is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix, and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. pray accept this token. For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you. If there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then?
We'll talk about this later. Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
The free city is under siege.
Are you sure this is the right way, brother?
You're on my side, Tom.
Enough!
Shouldn't have messed with the leader of the pack, eh, boy?
you lost, stranger. Wherever you're headed, it's back the way you came.
Old he may be, but it looks like there's still plenty of fighting in yet. This thing reeks. The sooner it's off my hands, the better. Here's your...
I worry. Clearly, my trust. Join me.
I don't plan.
Very well. Do not allow me.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any crystals?
You! Finally. Is something wrong? At the university.
The university?
A specialist. In my heyday, the answers I seek, would you do it?
Climb this...
And... 3 of them, to be precise. I'm here, namely...
I can't promise...
Remember...
How are those new boots treating you?
That Cyril fellow's an odd fish, don't you think?
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
The sky go back to how it was. I don't like it.
Nor do I, dearie.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Farmer.
Not a scratch on them. Have you noticed the Elder has been coughing less and less?
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder? Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read. The engraving...
Oh, what? Come, let's...
Guardians of the Crystal. I'm pretty...
Fascinating. But the...
Riders... No.
In your...
Voyagers? I'm... Wanderers of the Gold... Or...
No doubt you're right. This is...
Children... Children of... That's all.
And so, 3 guardians of the mother. Little wonder, and nonetheless...
Too many stairs.
Ha!
Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases or scratches.
The free cities and the sea.
Orcs. The lattice be rid of them. You're finished!
Clive. Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
If we're going to do this, well...
Clive, it just so...
And what tell...
Why, you're...
I'm listening.
Well, as Randalar has been none remain free for long, of course. But the army too...
And you've been looking to buy?
Precisely.
So where does my skill with the blood...
Though we may have the fun... So we've been searching, and we believe we have... The place was a...
And so...
How could I...
Excellent. Theo?
Of course.
Sounds like...
I will, even if I... So I'd bet...
Try to... I'll do my...
You will find a village in Chadra's Thread, past Lateney's Cliff.
All right.
I'm sure...
Let's go. Time to fight.
This must have been a nice place once.
It will be again.
the last of them.
I think you're right. Let's head back to Boklat. Something the matter?
Quiet. Those are our terms.
I shall.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes, but enough about it.
It's done.
You made quick work of it.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep... but Clive. She'll only get... I'll explain everything.
All right. Eloise.
Thank you, Clive. Here. Well then, I suppose the first thing...
You're still in the...
We are. A trusted colleague has been... I suppose, but we shall...
Well...
I'm not...
Ah,
you wanted to...
The man I was... He represents the Silver Peak.
I don't think...
Well, every trader in Dharmic, and they're still expanding. And judging...
And you'd rather...
I would rather... And I would never deny... Eloise saved me from... But this was not... I won't let her give up on her dreams again from... She freed me from my bond, and she must be...
You're a good man.
I have always been grateful, and I want to repay... But each time an opportunity...
She loves...
And I love her, though I'm...
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, these bearers... That's a job for the...
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't...
You know what you have to do. Clive, as you know, our time grows before we part.
Thank you. But his revenge...
It is the... And it is all...
But what of Lost?
I built Lostwing to achieve this end. My comrades and I are sure, but... There are those among us. I would place Lostwing in, but a village home only to the... And so, will you take them to...
I will.
Thank you. The people I speak of have with...
Understood.
Then the last of my... And may...
Come then, brother. We are awaited in Gotan's Bales.
Everyone. Quint. He can no longer guarantee you...
If that's... Sid, none of us will be... We owe him. If he's saying we... And if that's what has to happen, we get to...
I hope so.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else?
They've gone with Master...
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justices. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. They don't stand... They're all gonna fuck...
Sid! We can't let Quint...
All right. Where is this man?
It's way over to...
Promise us.
Straight home now. Stay down!
Clive, look.
No. Don't tell me we're too late. Quentin, are you all right?
No. But I am alive. Which is more that they followed me without question.
This must be the Quentin. I'll hold it.
But
your comrades didn't die. Don't let their sac...
I won't.
Come on, then.
That is no mere guard dog.
No. Just a rabbit beast that needs to be put down. Is it over?
It is. He wept. And just as I dreamed all my plans, it was all for but what is my faithful
Quentin.
Master Quint!
You?
It's Lostwing.
What? Lostwing. My Lostwing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool! last long in there.
Then we finish this quickly.
I need to get back to Quentin. Quentin! Quentin! Look at me! Thank the Founder. He hasn't turned. I'm going to get you out of here. Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lostwing?
The flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to achieve one's life's ambition.
No, Master Quentin. Save your strength.
Why? All that I strove for is gone. Only emptiness remains. I have nothing left to live for.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling...
But I prayed, and can't we just go back to how...
Your work ain't... We believe.
Your village, maybe. So long as you...
But why? Why would anyone...
Because we're
family?
Yeah. And all... Lostwing were...
It was.
We can start again.
A fresh start. One life at... Why, just a village. What's...
That's...
Please, Quentin, after all. Permit me to withdraw. I will no longer...
I'll pretend.
But you must be rewarded.
A bottle or two of your fun.
Of course. And I have a fee if you don't...
I look forward.
Ah, Clive.
Oh?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guard? Well, now the rest have come to join it. Now, I don't mind, but we ain't got nowhere for him to bed down. I'd build him a new barrack, but where would I put him? Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle.
I see.
And it isn't just, there's been more and more of them, but there's only so many we can't keep cramming more and more people in, and that's what I was...
It's no...
Thank you.
So...
Well?
Eastpool, it's been a long...
It was a trap, and if any of it, but what's done is...
I suppose...
The Blight might be pressing in, but there's just what a band of cutthroat nasty would have sent someone to clear him out, but now we've got a few more
I do. Eastpool was once...
And I know. I've already shared a few, and I dare...
Of course.
Back to Eastpool, then.
Not just yet. Let's hear Wade's plan first. So Wade.
And you, Lord.
I spoke with... She tells me you...
That's right. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes some. And then there are the bearers. We need somewhere.
As can I. Which is why...
That's very... With you beside us.
So?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. And rather less, thankfully. A small force would suffice.
I'll head into it. You and the Guardians can stay out. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't.
The Akashic are the...
Well, I shall summon my...
Shall I wait?
No need, my...
All right.
We shall see.
Face the consequences.
Farewell.
That's the end of that, then. Or maybe not. What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes to... Surprise.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out.
We were. Put down more than a few.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind.
I would hope.
Your men will be bringing the It might be best to send word for them to...
Of course. Leave it with me.
Home. No.
That's all of them. Now to begin the it won't be easy. The masonry might still be... It'll take a bit of elbow grease.
So wait. If you don't mind.
Of course.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more...
And we will.
Eastpool lives again.
Sir Wade told. What's all this? On second, it'll only give me nightmares.
I suppose it will be.
What else? Sir Wade, there's plenty bad happened to that.
Did Wade say that?
Well, Anyway, the purse, the way I see it, if it's food or...
Thank you, Moth.
No, thank you.
I wanted...
Seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Let me tell you
All right.
them rumours might be... You see, there were a time when I weren't too... Some women looked, and to satisfy that, but then one day, said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community.
Was that the first?
Aye. He was true to his word, so I ended up being... And all without aiding or abetting any outlaw. Told me about his plan to topple the mother. Said that with them gone, the realm... Why, I reckon an end. And that's when he had me. And the rest, a dozen years on. But I can't... You've all...
That bearer.
So don't you go. Clive. That great lump? No. Go on, then. Finished, are you?
Trouble with your gear, or what do you want? Bring me the materials, and I'll think about it. And?
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tiles? Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
What will it be today? Allow me to educate you. One must understand one's place in the world. Thus ends today's lesson.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Here's everything we've received and everything promised. You earned this. All done?
Your work here is done.
Did you see that?